Okay, so this is the result that you have on, I think it's page 1017 or 1019, I'm sorry, when you're done adding the non-breaking spaces. Remember, the important things to keep in mind is that this was inserted, so you had to have the cursor flashing inside the box versus selecting the box itself. And then when you place the girl image, you had to select the box itself, and you did it as a background versus bringing something into it. And background would enable you to put stuff in front of it. In this case, we put text in front of it. So you saved everything. When you're working on the girls, it looks like it's in the front, and when you click off of it, you can see that the Z order, the stacking order of this, has the girls in the background. If you want to see a little bit more what this is going to look like, you can click on the live, and you'll see it looks, like it's not obscuring the text here. But the most important thing, I think, is to go ahead and preview this thing inside one of the browsers. In this case, I'm going to use Safari. And you see it looks kind of funny. Now, remember what we talked about when we first began discussing the idea of APDIV is it's relative to the 0 point in my browser window. So if I start to scale the browser window, and I'm just going to go here and grab the lower right corner of this browser window, okay, and I'm going to start to drag it, you'll see it'll approximate closer to what they have in the book, because the book may in fact have a slightly smaller browser window than we're working with. And that's one of the problems with APDIV. Because it's relative right now to the browser window, look as I resize the window what happens. So you kind of run into those issues because it's going to be consistent from the browser window versus rescaling it. So what they're going to have you do at some point in this book is instead of making it relative to the browser window, we're going to make it relative to a parent container or one of the containers that's inside here, so that when we scale it like this, it won't do what you see here on screen until we start to encroach inside that container a little bit. So that's one of the issues, and that's one of the reasons why APDIVs probably aren't radically widely used, because the scalability of the different sort of screen resolutions becomes an issue.